Okay, this is just a quick video going over the 3 new platformer modes that are in the Scorpion Engine Experimental. So this is currently only in Scorpion Engine 2022.8. You can grab that from the Scorpion Editor Experimental repository, or in a couple of weeks this should also be in the release branch as well. So if you wanted to test it out, we can just go to here and go download zip. Okay, so this update has a demo called Platformer Modes, and in here we've got the 4 different control platform modes. So first one, so classic, so for backwards compatibility, that's just the standard Scorpion Engine platformer setup. How it works is that if you do a full-length jump, then the character moves in a nice parabola. But if you do a part-length jump by releasing jump key early, then it suddenly the jump speed drops off quite dramatically, quite quickly, and so the player will fall to the ground much faster without. Well, basically, it won't reach as high in the jump arc. But it won't be a perfectly smooth parabola. Jetpack's fairly self-explanatory. Basically, you can use this for characters that can that still have gravity applied to them, but can move upwards to a maximum speed up. You could possibly also use this type for swimming characters in platform games where the character is constantly being pulled towards the bottom of the lake, but there's also, if you hold the up button or the jump button, then the player will start to accelerate upwards. Okay, player Mario. So that's based on the Mario Brothers jump mechanic, where the downwards acceleration is higher than the well, basically the downwards acceleration increases if you release the jump button or you've passed the top of the arc. So it means that the jumps are never in a perfect parabola, because the character falls a lot faster downwards than they move upwards. But it does give that sort of satisfying, like especially when you're jumping on enemies, it brings the player down quickly to the ground, down much more quickly than they're moving upwards. And then there's the Sonic type, which so like the Sonic the Hedgehog games, the jumps are basically always in a perfect parabola. So even if you release the jump button early, then it clamps your upwards speed, but it doesn't do it quite as dramatically as the classic movement type. So you always get a really nice smooth parabola, whether it's a big jump or a small jump. I'll just go into a little bit more detail about those last couple. So we've got jump cancel speed. So what this basically means is, even though a usual jump speed is 6, as soon as you release the jump button, it clamps that to 3, so it stops move. It means that even if your character's moving upwards faster than 3, it clamps that speed to 3. With Mario, what we've got is this jump boost here, so that is a counterbalance to gravity when we're still moving upwards and we've got the jump button held down. So those two combined, so that would be our gravity of 0.6 minus a jump boost of 0.4. So that means a total combined gravity of 0.2 when you've got jump boost enabled. Apologies if that's all a bit difficult to follow, but hopefully it should become, the mechanics should become pretty apparent once you've tweaked them. And in this demo, so at the start we've got the default movement type. So you see it's got a perfect parabola if I jump up and down, but if I release the button early, you see it quite abruptly starts falling downwards. So I'm going to switch to the Mario type. So you see, even if I do a full jump, it falls down much faster than it goes upwards. So that gives quite a nice, like a slam type slam type movement. It should be quite satisfying for jumping on enemies. And then we've got the Sonic movement type, and then you see if I do a really tall jump, it's in a parabola, but also if I do a really small jump, it's also in a parabola. It's nice smooth movements, no matter if we're doing high jumps or low jumps. And then the final one is this jetpack movement, where you just control the upwards acceleration of the character. Okay, hopefully that was nice and clear. Since this is still an experimental feature, some of these movement types, these new movement types may have some glitches that need to be ironed out. And yeah, if you've got any questions or found any issues with them, please let me know in the comments. Cheers.